Hello everybody and welcome to another episode from the Realm of Vasten Season 2. I just made a mistake. I just did some building and a bunch of talking, and then I realized that I did not have OBS even open on my computer because I was recording real early this morning, and then I blew it. Anyway, let me show you what I did. First thing I did is I made some diamond gear, and I got this enchant because I was level 35 from just a lot of mining that I've been doing, trying to get gravel honestly more than anything else, and I got a few more diamonds. But fire protection 3 was a pretty good enchant on those. I made these two. They're both protection 3 right now options in there, so I didn't really like it. So we're not gonna do that. Oh, you know what I do want to do? I want to grab a bed. Man, I hate to keep using this wool. Because, well, I think we have enough, probably. I think we probably have enough. 3, okay, yeah. So what I've been talking about here is I started work on the crater. The crater is probably going to be one of those things that probably doesn't get... It's not going to be a one-episode thing. But maybe we can get started on it here together and talk and try to figure out exactly how it's going to look and what the lore is going to be and all that kind of stuff. And then sort of pick at it as we go. Oh, by the way, since I got all that gravel, I did make some more green concrete. And you can see I started one of the actual ruined pillars on top. I think you can see how it's kind of, you know, it's like halfway fallen down. And the tower itself needs to be ruined, but I just started with the roof. So ruining this thing's going to take probably as much time as building it took, but I'm okay with that. All right, so here's the status of the crater. Here's what happened here. Just in case you're unaware, I'll sum it up real quickly. There was a giant battle here between the zombie pigmen, the elves, and the dwarves. Men were supposed to come. They didn't. Their prince is a coward. So they didn't attack from the back. Elves and dwarves were getting slaughtered. They were going to lose the battle. The elf king cast a spell. I forget the name of the spell. It's on the wiki. Right here. It killed everyone, including his forces and him and all that kind of stuff. This is the big betrayal that led the elves and dwarves to leave man to their own fate. They just left the world. Man was against the zombie pigmen alone until they trapped them in the nether as the only reason man survived. Anyway, so they cast the spell here, the forbidden spell. It killed everyone. As a byproduct of the spell, it caused this crater, which displaced everything in this crater, which was the city of Toratal, to the end. Which is something that we're in build later. There's also an end portal right under this black, so it's going to be kind of a cool way to get there. But in addition, it did some other sort of byproducts, some other accidental things. It messed with gravity over there in the savanna biome, and oh, and the spell, I couldn't remember. The spell lasts. The spell continues to this day. These forbidden spells, basically, once you cast them, they exist forever. You can't get rid of them. So the spell, we're going to be able to build the spell up in the air. It's going to be a really, really, really cool build. But first thing we have to do is work on this void area right here. Cool. And if you look, you kind of want to shift whenever you're around here. Somewhere right around the center. I don't know exactly where it is. There it is. That's where you'll be able to drop down and find the end. So it's a little tricky, but you will be able to use it. Okay, so that's the idea. I started doing all this on camera, and then it just despawned. Do you see that? I just lost it. So I started doing all this on camera, and then I realized I wasn't recording. So here's what I want to do. What I want to do today is I want to work out basically this part right here. And just kind of get like a good feeling of how this this very center works, because then the rest of this is going to come out. The rest of it is going to... Sorry, I'm talking. I should be... It's hard for me to build and talk. The whole crater is going to extend up and up to the walls from here, because this is the moment. This is the place where the spell happened. This is where the spell really destroyed everyone and displaced a bunch of stuff. So... maybe like this. How about like here? And what we'll do is we'll peel all this back, and in fact we'll replace all this stone at the same level and make this probably the same level. Yeah, I think the same. I don't know, where would we put this? Would we put it right here? Or would we put it like down here? Let me see. Oh, yeah, we'd have to put it up. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. So we would put it up up a level, and that will look a lot better. How about cobble? Yeah, we're just going to fill all this around this in with white sand, well, we're calling white sand, which is actually white concrete powder. And then the entire crater is going to be made up of white concrete powder with then diorite sort of mixed in to give it some texture, since we have the white diorite. This clip probably is going to be the last clip, I would think. I would think this is going to be the last clip I record with the old Realm of Vasten texture pack. I think after this clip, it is very likely going to, we're going to change over to Jerm's, the JermsyBoy Taste of Jerm Vasten edit, which we'll be using from here on out. Since we actually have a master texture maker here playing with us, I would be foolish to not exploit that. So that is what we're going to do. There we go. Let's see here. How's this look? Does that look pretty random and magic? I think this could maybe come out something like this. How about something like here? Peeling this back actually helps just a little bit, just so I can see like sort of the more general basic shape. Oh, this is weird. This is really straight, isn't it? I guess I forgot this part. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Good. How about here and here and here? I think that's kind of cool. So this is basically the, this is ground zero of the explosion that killed everyone and really exploded not just the battle and not just this particular battle, but really exploded the whole world, because that's when all the fantasy races that were remaining in the Second Age, that's when they all abandoned Vasten and just left it to men. I mean, basically leaving men to be killed by the zombie pigmen, because there was, to their knowledge, they all combined, they were losing the war. I can't even think that they would have thought men had a chance, but they didn't care because men abandoned them, leaving them to die because again, the prince was the prince of man at that time was a coward. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig all of this back one block, and then start to shape. I'm going to have to do, oh boy, doing this all by hand without a beacon is going to not be all that great. As a matter of fact, actually, this staircase can kind of go away at this point now, because we have bedrocked over the end portal until the beginning of July. So we have about 3 weeks left until the airship comes. Once the airship comes, we can remove that bedrock and really have full travel possibilities in this world again, which would be really nice, because boy, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have access to all the kind of stuff that we want, which we have a lot of stuff, like gravel, the banking clan, all the trades, all that kind of stuff. But for right now, we thought it would be good to spend a month really starting fresh. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, I got work to do. I got a lot of work to do. So I will probably see you. I will probably see you guys in, well, for you a few seconds. For me, it'll probably be maybe a couple days, because I'm really get trucking on this crater. And maybe I'll try to see if I can recruit someone to give me a little landscaping help here. So. All right, I'll be back in just a moment. All right, well, I'm back, and it's been, as predicted, it's been a couple days. I went over the weekend. I had to go out of town for work, and I'm back and doing a little bit of work tonight. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but I've been sort of picking at this over the course of a few, 3, 4 days, I guess 5 days maybe. And here's what I kind of came up with. I came up with this area here that is basically the crater. The bottom part of the crater is done and dug out. We have a lot of materials here, which is great. Now we can use it to, now the next part is going to be the real artistic part. Hey, my wife just walked in. Do you want to say hi? No, she doesn't want to say hi. This is the artistic part, which is going to be the fun part, but also the little bit scary part, because if I make a mistake here, it's going to be a big mistake. So my plan is going to be to now start ramping up these walls up to the top of the crater in kind of a gradual sort of bowl shape. I did go to the end, not in this world, in a creative test world, and take a look at the bottom of the end islands as recommended by Pride Ceratops, and it was a great idea, because the idea is going to be this crater went to the end. Now, that was back before it was a desert. It was turned into a desert by the magic spell. So this can give us a really cool build idea in the end. So what I'm planning on doing here is finding a few middle parts here and using some of this stone or cobble or whatever and just sort of going up and building a bit of a framework. Now, I learned this. I've seen this done before. I am out of smooth stone. Okay. I've seen this done before, but I really learned it from Whip, who is really, in my mind, on par with Scar as far as it comes to landscapes. From anyone I've seen, those are probably the two guys that come to mind for. I'm out of materials. I need to go get some materials. Okay, so I'll go up and get some. But as far as it comes to landscapes, those are kind of the two guys that I look to. If you know of anyone who does amazing master landscapes, let me know, because I could always use with a little bit more inspiration. Am I gonna get this? I did not get it again. Am I in the wrong place? Because I swear I've done that before and made it up. So weird. It felt like that was just a bad throw. I don't know. Sometimes I make it the whole way, and then sometimes I fall to my death. As you can see, I only have 8 levels, which is a drag because I've died a few times. But the bigger news is, and I wasn't going to show this now, but I figured why not. Jerm finished the first version, the first draft of A Taste of Jerm, the Vasten remix. I'm not sure what he's calling it, but that's the texture pack that we're going to be going with here on the Realm. It's not all that dissimilar from what we had before, except for that he handmade a large percentage of these. I would say most, probably. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I think most of these textures he has remade. So, or made himself rather. And I think that's fantastic. If you have someone who's actually making textures, I think that, as I said before, I think you would be pretty foolish to not use that. You know, I think it's super cool that we have someone here who is actually so creative in making them. I know Pride Ceratops is also an artist and has some textures, so maybe we can utilize some of him too. There are a few textures that I love 99.9% of this. I love it. A lot of it I've already taken and migrated into the Vasten pack before, because I just liked it so much. So basically what he did is he took his pack, A Taste of Jerm, which is, in my opinion, the best vanilla texture pack there is out there. And he threw in the things that we require due to already having built stuff in this world. So, for example, the wool is absolute black, you know, because we need that because of the voids and things that we have built. Up here, the green concrete. All the concretes are the special ones, the special sort of textures, like the painted wood and all that stuff. And I'm going to do, I think what we're going to do is at some point, I'm going to grab Jerm. We're going to do an episode together where we can go around the old world and talk about some of the textures and things like that. So I don't want to spend a lot of time here doing that. But since from the last clip to this clip, things have changed. Like the sand color is a lot more brown now. And that did take me a minute to get used to. But now that I'm used to it, I think it's just so great, I think. So as you can see, this is what I'm going to be working on. Let me get a better vantage point. I'm going to come over here. There's a couple things. There's a couple of textures I'm going to request that we just alter or change just due to some things I have in mind for a future of this world that I think whenever you think of it that way, it'll make a lot of sense. But this texture pack is just phenomenal. It's the best one I've ever used, no doubt. So okay. Here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this area right here where I'm building this up, and I want to see how this slope is. Do I have it? Yeah, okay. I think that's going to be okay because I want to go right up to here, and then we'll probably do, if you can follow the cursor there, we're probably going to do like a bit of a slope down, something like that. I think that would be I think that would be the way the crater would look. Oh yeah, I don't want to show that. Oops. You didn't see that. There's a really strong chance that by the time you see this episode, Pride's episode came out. But I look, in this world, as I said before, spoilers are going to happen. You're going to see people's builds halfway through. I hope that would not discourage anyone from actually going through the video and watching the process of building, because that's the fun part. That's the fun part, is watching something come out, something be created out of nothing. I think that's super cool, and that's why I still love this game even after all these years of playing it. So wait, what am I doing? I'll use cobble instead. We have so much cobble. I don't want to use sandstone. Yeah, I don't want to use sandstone because we're going to be using that for a building thing. And we'll be using cobble as well, but we have so much. So All right, let me get to building some of these frameworks, I think, and then maybe once we get the frameworks done, I'll pop in and we'll discuss the frameworks just a little bit, the frameworks of this crater, because once this crater gets outlined, I think that we're going to be able to make some better progress on it, because I think right now that's kind of what's going to be holding us up. So let me get some work done. Okay, everyone, we're back. So last night I did a live stream, a Sunday night. It's live stream number 4. At this moment, I am numbering them. We'll see how long that continues for, but as of now, I am. And some of the other folks jumped on. JermsyBoy was on, Pride Ceratops, Ninny, Brownie Bits was in voice, Monk was playing. It was really fun, and we did this. Oh my goodness, look how much. Well, actually, No, I did this. They were doing their own things, but we were all talking and having a really good time. If you want to have some fun, you could check that out. That is still on the channel. I don't delete the live streams, but I'm not putting them in a playlist either. It's just it's not something that someone's going to go through all the live streams, but it is there. It's live stream number 4. So. And yeah, I did a lot of building, a lot of this crater. It's really, I think, starting to shape up, and I am taking a break from the crater. It's been a lot. I mean, it's been a good thing, but it's been a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break, and we're gonna call this complete for now. But in the meantime, Monk did some stuff. Monk built these really cool houses, and they look just great. They fit the style perfectly. They go along with what Jerm and Ninny sort of set up for our style. Oh, it looks like he actually built underground. That's really cool. Oh, I like that idea too. People would do that. People would live right underground. We'll just have to probably change out some of this for like white sand, but that can be done easily later. So very cool. Very cool. I didn't notice that before. Pride is doing a big build. I don't want to show it off until that video is released because I feel like that would be spoilers. But basically all I've done is I've worked on the crater so much, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I can show for now without giving away spoilers. But it's been a lot of work. I know this video is not going to be all that long, but you can't. That's a lot. That's a lot of work to just get all that done. So I think we're gonna leave it right there. I would love to go show off what the other guys have been doing, but I can't yet because I don't want to spoil anything. So anyway, so yeah, so that's that. Oh, there we go, falling. So anyway, so that's that. Yeah, that's that. We'll just take a screenshot of the right here. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Whoops. No, can't. Okay, there we go. Screenshot, and I will see you guys next episode. Thanks so much for hanging in there. If you want to watch the live stream, it's pretty entertaining, but I did want to come back and just get this out because, that's the point of this episode is this. Maybe next episode we'll talk about some resource packs, stuff like that. I'm trying to recruit someone to do it with me, so I'm not just talking, monologuing the whole time. But yeah, you know what? We're really getting there. This crater's coming along. The other stuff in the area is coming along really well. I want to show that off as soon as I possibly can. So we'll go then. All right. I'll see you next episode. Thanks, everyone. Bye.